Do you consider your work colleagues to be family? What's up? It's Eric J. Olson. I'm sure you've heard the phrase before that, employees are like family, or employees are family, or work is like family. Something about family, right? And the analogy is that the people you work with, they're family. But is that really the right analogy? And the reason I ask is because I've heard, I don't know if I've even seen this in writing, to be honest with you, but Amazon says that's not the case, like at Amazon. And, there's also the analogy that we're like a sports team. And why a sports team? Well, because if you think about a sports team, maybe like a football team, uh, if you're at the lower levels, high school, college, then the team kind of comes and goes, right? Now the coaches are there for longer. And so the analogy would be kind of like the business owners are there, I guess, for the longest amount of time. And then the staff kind of turns over and you train people. You get people with a certain level of expertise, you give them coaching, training, and then at some point they move on. And that's true for the most part, but I don't know if that's a great analogy. I don't think people turn over quite that often. At least I hope not. Well, at Amazon, they use the analogy of this is a professional sports team, and I found that one to be pretty interesting and pretty spot on. And why is that? Why is work like a professional sports team? Well, let's think about a professional sports team. You want the people on your professional sports team to be at the top of their game. They are the best that are out there in the world. Is that what you want for your business? Do you want the best people in the world? Or at least, I mean, let's be reasonable. It's usually not even the world. It's, the United States. I'm in the United States. I hire people from the United States. And that's what we're talking about. It's the best people within reason. And what I mean by that is like, in the world, we're not going to like move someone from some foreign company over here, get them their, green card, etc. Like that's just too much. Within reason is what I mean. Like someone within the United States, and also, just like a sports team, you have salary caps. You can't pay someone $1 million a year at an agency like mine. On a sports team, you can. So it's within reason. If someone's like, I'm the best at whatever, and I'm going to charge you $1 million a year, well, you know what? We have a salary cap. What do I mean by that? Like, I can't just pay whatever for however many people I want. I have to make it work within the revenue that we get in our other expenses. So I can only spend, so much on revenue, and I have to get the appropriate people, the players together to make sure that all the positions are filled. And so, yes, there's like a salary cap. But also, sometimes people get hurt. How do people get hurt on the job here at an agency like ours? They may actually literally get hurt, like at a car accident, and you don't get rid of them right away, right? It's not like you say, oh, you got in a car accident, you can't work for the next 3 months, you're out. I mean, if you did that, you would be heartless and ruthless. And I don't think that's how we want to treat our people. You would probably say, hey, you get the rest you need for the next couple, 3, 4 weeks. Don't worry about it. And then when you can, start working from home or whatever, you work from home. And then when you can start working from the office again, you can work from the office. We'll make it work for you. Right. And that's probably what a professional sports team would do if someone like, got a tear in their biceps or something. Right. But at some point, if they're just not performing up to your level, your standards, then, like on a professional sports team, if someone's been, with football, if they've been around so long that they physically cannot participate at the level they need to, there are others that are just doing a better job. Now here at an agency like ours, it's not based on age, it's based on passion, desire. Are you continuing to learn on the job? Are you still in it? Do you still want it? Right, that's a big factor. And so when someone just kind of like at some point, if they're just like, yeah, I'm not really into this anymore, well, at some point we won't really be into them either, and they'll have to go on their way. So I think the analogy of work is like a professional sports team, the one that apparently, allegedly, Amazon has started. I think that's a pretty good analogy. And I think that's actually a better analogy than work is like family. With family, you can't do anything about your family. They are who they are. And that's that you can talk to them, right? But in the end, they're still your family no matter what you do. With a professional sports team, you're looking for people to perform at their highest levels consistently. And when they don't, it's time to move on. And I think that's a pretty darn good analogy. Hey there, it's Erik J. Olson. I wanted to let you know about my book, $1 Million Journey: How to Launch a 7-Figure Business. This is the story of what it took for me to go from freelancer with no clients, no employees, no revenue, to growing a $1 million business. It took me 8 years, and I made a lot of mistakes. And all of those mistakes, and more importantly, lessons learned, are in this book. And we have chapter takeaways, 5 to 15 takeaways that you could apply right now to your business. Check it out on Amazon, $1 Million Journey by me, Erik J. Olson.